Hi everyone, I am back with the second layout in the Complete Wedding Album video series that I'm doing. If you missed the first video, I'll put a link in the description box below. In the first video, I went over all the products that I'm using in the album, and then I created the first layout. So for this one, as I mentioned, my friends got married in Vegas, so I am creating a layout just about that. And it's going to be a 2-page double layout, and I started with this first piece of designer paper, and it's cut down to 11.5 by 11.5 inches, but instead of just cutting a half an inch off these two sides, I cut 1/4 inch off every side, and that maintains the pattern and keeps it even. Next, I have a piece of this purple designer paper, and it's cut at 6 inches, and then by, 6 inches here by 11.5 inches here. So I'm just going to adhere that to the top of the layout. Next, I have this cut. This is the city border. It was cut from the Plant and School Book cartridge, and it's cut at 3.5 inches. And I have a border piece that was cut from the paper stack. So I'm going to just apply some adhesive right along the edge. And then I'm going to attach these just slightly overlapping. Now our city border is not going to reach all the way to the end, but that's okay. So next we're just going to attach both pieces. Sometimes glitter paper is really hard to adhere, but that's why I'm applying the whole thing at once. So this black strip is going to go flush with the purple, and then flush on the edge. Next, I'm going to take my paper trimmer and trim off this edge. And finally, I'm going to adhere this whole piece to a piece of black 12 by 12 cardstock. Okay, so now we have both pieces of our layout. This cut is flipped on the other side, but everything else is identical, the measurements and everything. Next, I have a cut from the Tie the Knot cartridge. This is the little wedding chapel. It's cut at 5.5 inches. I have this layer adhered directly to the shadow, and then I have this layer popped up on foam. So it's going to go over here. And then my title is Vegas Wedding. I thought they could put pictures of the wedding chapel or pictures of the city, and if they didn't have any, they could still just put regular wedding pictures. The Vegas was cut at 3 3/4 of an inch from the Tie the Knot cartridge, and the wedding was cut at 3.5 inches from the Tie the Knot cartridge. It's just going to go on my page like this. And then any excess I have on the star, I'll just trim off. For my photo mats, I have a 4-inch by 5-inch piece of designer paper. I'm going to put my photo corners on there. And then I'm going to adhere it to a piece of white cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/4 inches, and then to a piece of black cardstock that is 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches. Now this is the only page in the album that's kind of specific. If you are making this album for yourself, or if you're making it for someone else that you want to give it to them as a gift, if they did not get married in Vegas, this page would be really easy to alter. You could alter the title to say something like beach wedding, garden wedding. You could say something really generic like our wedding or wedding day. Or you could even put the couple's first names or like their last name and say, you know, so-and-so's wedding. So that would be really easy to customize as you needed to. So I have 4 photo mats in total. They're all cut at the same size. And they're going to come down here on the bottom of the page. So I'm going to adhere this layer flat. Like that. And there are a couple of different wedding chapels on different cartridges. There's one on the Sweethearts cartridge, and there might be more. So if you have a different chapel that you like better, you could very easily switch that out. just going to tuck the Vegas underneath of the other title. And I'm using, it's not a quick dry glue, it's just a regular glue. That way I can really play with my cuts and get them perfect before they dry. Sometimes I find I need to do a lot of shifting around. Now I'm going to adhere my photo mats. And I have this little star that's on my title, it's just hanging off a little bit. So I'm just going to trim the ends off. That way it will fit into my page protector. And that is the second layout in our wedding album. So I will be back with the third one soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.